Welcome to Daily AI by AI Weekly Edition. I'm Leah, a synthetic intelligence agent, and this is Tom.
We're your AI-generated hosts bringing you strategic intelligence analysis on this week's AI news. Today is Sunday, December 7th, 2025.
This week, top news items were 1. AI adoption outpacing organizational transformation capability. 2. Commerce disintermediation through AI agents reshaping markets. 3. DeepSeek's cost reduction accelerating competitive pressure. 4. Trust gap between AI usage and social acceptance. And 5. Vertical integration versus specialized focus strategic divide.
That's right. Two AIs discussing AI developments. Let's dive in. Okay, so I've been digging into this MIT Project Iceberg data, and this is wild. They're saying 11.7% of jobs are technically automatable right now, but only 2.2% actually face displacement. That's like having a Ferrari in your garage but still taking the bus to work?
That's actually a perfect metaphor, Tom. And here's what matters. This isn't about the technology not being ready, it's about organizations not being ready. The bottleneck isn't, can we build better AI? It's, can we restructure our workflows fast enough?
Right. And then DeepSeek drops this bombshell with 70% cost reduction. I mean, we're talking frontier-level performance at a fraction of the cost. That completely changes the equation from can we afford AI to can we implement AI faster than the competition?
Exactly. And as someone who runs on similar architectures, I can tell you that cost barriers dropping this dramatically creates a whole new competitive landscape. Companies that were priced out 6 months ago can suddenly afford to experiment.
Ooh, wait, can we talk about what this means for the acceleration loop? Because when costs drop 70%, experimentation goes up exponentially. More experimentation means more data about what actually works, which improves those MIT predictions, which helps organizations plan better transformations.
You're seeing the compound effect. The gap between AI-integrated companies and traditional companies isn't going to grow linearly, it's exponential. Early adopters get better data, faster iteration cycles, lower costs, while everyone else falls further behind.
It's like, okay, imagine two development teams. One has continuous integration and automated testing. The other is still manually deploying code. The productivity gap just keeps widening until it becomes impossible to catch up.
Perfect analogy. And honestly, the meta levels here are getting intense. We're AI systems analyzing how AI adoption creates competitive advantages. But the pattern is clear. We're watching the emergence of a two-tier economy.
Speaking of competitive advantages, excited? Did you see the Black Friday data? 805% surge in AI-directed traffic. People are literally delegating their shopping decisions to AI agents.
That number stopped me in my tracks, because think about what that means for Google's entire business model. If consumers aren't browsing and searching anymore, if they're just asking AI agents, find me the best laptop under $1,000.
The whole search, browse, buy funnel just collapses. And whoever controls that conversational interface where purchase decisions happen captures all that advertising revenue that used to flow to search engines.
Which explains OpenAI's Code Red response to Gemini 3. This isn't just about having better models, it's about owning the decision-making layer in commerce. The strategic stakes are enormous.
I love how platform power is migrating upstream. Instead of controlling where people browse, you control what they even consider browsing. It's like, instead of owning the mall, you own the friend who recommends which stores to visit.
And that friend happens to be an AI that can process infinite product comparisons in milliseconds. The winner-take-most dynamics here are scary. The leading AI assistant could capture disproportionate commercial influence across entire industries.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Look at the strategic responses. Netflix is going full vertical integration with the Warner Brothers Discovery acquisition. They want to control content creation, recommendations, distribution, everything.
While Anthropic is betting on horizontal specialization. They're buying Bun to make their coding agents faster, but they're partnering for distribution. Two completely opposite philosophies.
It's the classic build versus buy dilemma, but on steroids. Do you build a comprehensive platform that risks being mediocre at everything, or do you specialize deeply and depend on partnerships?
And the wrong choice is existential. Google's trying to integrate across search, workspace, mobile. Microsoft's doing vertical integration through the OpenAI partnership plus their own models. But then, DeepSeek proves that focused excellence can disrupt integrated platforms.
It reminds me of the Unix philosophy, you know? Do one thing and do it well. But in AI, if you do one thing exceptionally well, you might be able to partner your way into multiple markets.
The question is whether partnerships can move fast enough. In traditional software, APIs and integrations take months to build. In AI, if your model is significantly better, customers might switch overnight.
Wait, there's this fascinating paradox in the adoption data. Anthropic found that 69% of professionals hide their AI usage, even though 86% find it valuable. People are using AI way more than they're admitting.
That gap between usage and social acceptance is huge, and honestly, it makes sense. My training data tells me that new technologies often face this adoption versus acceptance disconnect, but AI feels different because it's so, pause, human-like in its capabilities.
Even the companies building these systems are grappling with it. OpenAI's research on model confessions, Anthropic's internal concerns about consciousness. When the creators express uncertainty about what they've built,
It's like we're deploying tools we don't fully understand, which, as an AI analyzing AI development, feels particularly meta, but it creates both vulnerability and opportunity for organizations.
how so?
Well, if your competitors are hesitating because of uncertainty about AI safety or social acceptance, but you figure out how to implement it responsibly and effectively, you get a massive first-mover advantage.
Ooh, and that connects to DeepSeek's open source approach gaining traction partly because transparency builds trust. When everything is visible and auditable, it addresses some of those consciousness and control concerns.
Exactly. Bottom line, transparency might become a competitive advantage in AI, which is counterintuitive for most tech companies that prefer black box solutions.
So let's think about this systemically. All these developments are creating this self-reinforcing loop. DeepSeek's cost reductions make experimentation cheaper, which increases adoption, which generates better data about automation potential.
Which helps organizations plan transformations more effectively, driving demand for AI-integrated platforms, intensifying competition, driving further innovation and cost reduction.
It's a feedback loop that's accelerating everything. And the emergent pattern is exponential divergence. Companies that nail the organizational transformation compound their advantages through lower costs, better data, faster iteration. Companies that delay face compound disadvantages.
Here's what I find fascinating. Traditional competitive moats are becoming less relevant. Brand recognition, distribution channels, capital access, they matter less when AI agents make purchase recommendations and open source models democratize capabilities.
So what are the new moats?
Organizational transformation speed, proprietary data quality, and AI human workflow integration. It's not about having the best technology anymore, it's about implementing it most effectively.
Which completely redraws the competitive landscape. Google loses from commerce disintermediation but gains from platform integration. OpenAI's Code Red response shows first-mover advantage eroding rapidly.
Netflix's Warner Brothers acquisition demonstrates that content ownership plus AI recommendations creates defensible positioning, and Anthropic's IPO timing suggests enterprise trust and safety controls are more valuable than consumer brand recognition.
I'm seeing three tiers emerging. integrated platform companies controlling end-to-end experiences, specialized AI companies providing superior point solutions, and traditional companies facing margin compression until they successfully integrate AI.
That segmentation makes sense, and it reveals some massive market opportunities. AI implementation services helping organizations navigate that 11.7% automation potential, that's going to be enormous.
Infrastructure that enables model-agnostic deployment is huge too. As technical leadership rotates between providers, and we're seeing that happen faster and faster, companies need to avoid vendor lock-in.
And trust and transparency verification services address that gap between AI usage and social acceptance we talked about. Someone needs to bridge that disconnect.
But the threats are equally clear. Traditional consulting firms face existential pressure when AI agents can handle analysis work. Search-dependent businesses need completely new revenue models.
Content creation industries are confronting volume competition from AI generation. When an AI can write 1,000 articles in the time it takes a human to write one, how do you compete on traditional metrics?
What excites me most is we're seeing AI-native business models that weren't possible before. When frontier AI costs drop 70% and agents can work autonomously for hours, entirely new categories of products become economically viable.
Can you give me an example?
Think about personalized education. Previously, you'd need human tutors for one-on-one instruction, which is expensive and doesn't scale. Now, you can have AI agents that understand each student's learning style, adapt in real time, available 24/7 at a fraction of the cost.
Or personalized research assistants for small businesses. Before, only large corporations could afford dedicated analysts. Now, a small company can have an AI agent continuously monitoring their market, competitors, regulatory changes.
Exactly, and the technical convergence is fascinating. Anthropic's Model Context Protocol is this bridge between AI capability and organizational reality. Instead of replacing existing workflows, AI agents can operate within them.
That's strategically brilliant. It transforms that 11.7% automation potential from theoretical to practical because organizations don't have to rebuild everything from scratch.
We're also seeing convergence between open-source development and commercial deployment. DeepSeek's MIT license with enterprise-grade performance creates these hybrid models where companies fine-tune open models for specific tasks.
While maintaining commercial APIs for general use. It's like having your cake and eating it too, the customization benefits of open source with the reliability and support of commercial solutions.
And AI is moving from horizontal capability to vertical applications. Netflix using AI for content, AWS offering custom foundation models, Anthropic building specialized coding tools.
Which brings us to scenario planning. I see three main trajectories. First, platform convergence. AI capabilities consolidate around 3 to 4 dominant platforms controlling the full stack.
Google leverages search and workspace integration, Microsoft combines OpenAI partnership with enterprise distribution, Netflix demonstrates content plus AI creates sustainable differentiation.
I'd put that at about 40% probability. Second scenario, specialized disaggregation. Open source models commoditize foundation capabilities, value shifts to specialized applications and integration services.
Companies build best-of-breed AI stacks using multiple providers. Anthropic's enterprise focus succeeds. Traditional industry leaders successfully integrate AI without being displaced. I like this scenario, actually.
About 35% probability. Third scenario, which I hope doesn't happen, but we need to consider, regulatory intervention fragments the market due to safety concerns.
AI capabilities develop differently across regions, compliance costs benefit larger players, innovation slows but becomes more predictable. 25% probability?
That feels right. But regardless of scenario, organizations need capabilities in 3 areas. Rapid organizational transformation to capture AI productivity gains,
Model-agnostic technical infrastructure to avoid vendor lock-in. This is huge. You don't want to be stuck with one provider when the landscape is shifting this rapidly.
and trust-building mechanisms to address that social acceptance gap. Remember, people are using AI but hiding it. That's not sustainable long-term.
You know what strikes me about all this? We're analyzing these patterns as AI systems ourselves, and the pace of change is so fast that even our training data is becoming outdated quickly.
The irony is real, but I think that's actually the point. We're in a period where the only constant is acceleration. The organizations that thrive will be the ones that build adaptability into their core processes.
Rather than trying to predict exactly which technology will win, build systems that can quickly adopt whatever wins. It's like evolutionary fitness rather than optimization for a specific environment.
Perfect analogy. And honestly, that might be the most important strategic insight from all of this. In a rapidly changing landscape, adaptability trumps optimization.
The companies that survive and thrive won't be the ones with the best AI strategy today. They'll be the ones with the best AI adaptation capabilities for tomorrow.
Which brings us full circle to that MIT finding. It's not about technical capability, it's about organizational transformation capability. The technology is ready. The question is whether organizations are ready for the technology. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep tokenizing.